Well, we're in a new year. It's been a great past year. 2019 was awesome. It was great for me here on the channel. It's great here in my personal life. And I hope you guys had a great year as well. But I'm also really excited for 2020, discovering new scents and really just bigger and better things. But before we fully move into 2020, I thought it'd be kind of fun to take a look back and look at my most worn fragrances of 2019. This has kind of been a trend. Some other channels have been doing this type of video as well, and I don't think I've done one on my most worn fragrances of the whole entire year before, so I figured now would be a good time. Before I do get into that, I want to hear from you guys though. Let me know down in the comments which fragrances you wore the most in 2019. And then of course, while you're at it, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Also turn on post notifications and give this video a like. Doing all that helps out the channel, helps me to keep continuing to make all this content, so I really do appreciate it. And now, let's go and jump right into this. Starting off with number 10, we have Dolce Gabbana One EDP. This is one of my go-to winter fragrances, as I'm sure you're aware of at this point. I love wearing it in the cooler weather. It's a versatile, mass-pleasing scent that you really can't go wrong with. There's never been a time where I've sprayed this fragrance on and then thought, I wish I would have went with something else. That's never happened to me before. Every time I wear this fragrance, I'm happy with my decision. And I can't say that about every fragrance I have, but there have been times where I've worn a fragrance and I'm like, you know what? Now that I'm wearing it, I wish I would have gone with something else. Maybe I'll do a video on that, talking about fragrances that I've sprayed on and then kind of regretted wearing that particular day. Kind of off topic there. Back on topic though, the One EDP, I wore this one a lot in 2019. Still going to continue to wear it a lot this year as well. Up next we have Dior Homme Intense. So this is another fragrance that I love personally wearing in the winter time. It's my favorite time of the year to wear the scent. That's the time of the year when this one works the most, is winter. And it works great. It really, really does. The cold air really does a great job of taming this fragrance down because it is a pretty sweet scent, right? It's heavy on the iris note, and on top of that, it's also got just a little bit of a spice to it and some other sweet, creamy type of note. So it is a fragrance that does need some cooler weather, cooler air to kind of tame it down. If you wore this one in the spring and the summer, that's not going to be the best time. So for me personally, I do always look forward to the winter months, to the colder weather, to start wearing this fragrance again. And I wore this one a lot, not only here just recently, but also in 2019 at the beginning of the year in winter when it was still cold. So I wore it a lot then, and I wore it a lot in November, December, and times like that. So I do wear it a lot in the colder weather. Love this fragrance so much. One of my personal favorite designers with a lot of uniqueness to it and a lot of character. It's my number 9 most worn scent, Dior Homme Intense. Number 8, I have Varvatos Dark Rebel Rider. So this is another one that I wore a lot, both in the fall and in the winter. I really, really kind of went heavy on this fragrance, wearing it a ton, and that's just because it smells great. Unique scent at an affordable price. It's honestly hard to beat, and if you haven't tried this one out yet, it's one where I recommend you do. I recommend you just take a shot at it and give it a try. It is that good. It is affordable, so it's not going to break the bank. And it's a great scent with a lot of character as well, which I really like about it. So, Varvatos Dark Rebel Rider, my number 8 most worn fragrance in 2019. Number 7, we have a good one here. This one is Dior Homme Cologne. So, this one I talked about a ton over summer, and the reason why was because, well, I wore it a ton over the summer. I can't help myself. It just smells incredible to me. If there's one fragrance that I had to pick that smelled like summertime, this is going to be probably that one fragrance, to be honest with you. It just smells like summer to me, and I've said it in multiple videos how this fragrance smells, and I've done videos comparing it to other ones. This one really resonates with me well. It is a pretty simplistic scent when you kind of look at it and even when you smell it, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It still has character to it, to me personally, and it really has something special about it, which I personally really enjoy. So Dior Homme Cologne, I wore this one a lot over summertime. Summer is the best time of the year to wear this one by far. You could wear it in spring if you want to, but for me, 100% summer all the way. Just when it's really, really hot outside and when I don't feel like wearing a fragrance, this is the one that I'm going to be going with, and it always works for me. So Dior Homme Cologne, my number 7 most worn fragrance of 2019, and it's going to be making it in my rotation a lot here coming up in 2020 as well. Great scent. At number 6, we have Lana Wedelon. So regardless of how hyped this fragrance is, how many people talk about it, how many people supposedly wear it, this is still one that makes it into my rotation a lot. Wore this one a lot in 2019. I just like it for the fall and winter time. It's just kind of almost a dumb reach for me, although not quite. I don't wear it quite as much as, like some other dumb reach fragrances that I have, but it is one that did get a lot of wearing from me. More so personal wearings or just times when I'd wear it around the house rather than going out. Typically when I'm going out, a lot of times I will be choosing something different. This is, to me, more of a personal scent that I personally spray on at home for me to enjoy, just kind of if I'm hanging out, not really doing too much, not going out. This is kind of the one I go with, again, just so I can enjoy it, just so I can smell it, because it is really one of my personal favorite scents. There's really something special about this one. Love it, wore it a lot in 2019. Coming in at number 5. This one's Hugo Boss Reverse. So I gotta say, surprisingly enough, I've gotten some backlash from this one. I really have. I hate to say it, but some of you guys out there, man, you've gotten triggered over this one. I don't really know why. For me personally, I love the scent. I think it smells fantastic. I would never hype up a fragrance for any reason. I mean, for the longest time, when I was hyping this fragrance up and including it in videos, it wasn't sold anywhere. It was sold out at most places, so it's not like I was hyping it up so I could sell it on my website or promote it for other websites. My website didn't have it, other websites didn't have it. I was still putting it in videos and I was still wearing it just because, well, I love the scent. So, there was kind of some people getting triggered over that for whatever reason. I'm not really sure why people were mad at me that I was liking this fragrance. I think it smells great. If you don't like it, that's fine, because the fact of the matter is there have been some other hyped up fragrances from other reviewers that I have smelled and not liked, and I'm not complaining about it. So Hugo Boss Reversed at number 5. Wore it a lot over the summertime. Gonna wear it a lot this summer as well. So yeah. Coming in at number 4, we have Dior Sivaji Eau de Toilette. So yes, just the OG Eau de Toilette version here. This one has gotten a ton of wear from me over or throughout 2019. I didn't get the EDP, the very cool spray, and the parfum until the end of the year, so because of that, none of those were able to make it into this video. However, I've had the EDT for a long time, and I love it. I love Sauvage. I think it smells fantastic, and it's one where it gets hated on, but for me, it does the job perfectly. It does what it was intended to do. It's a mass-pleasing, easy-to-wear, great-performing fragrance, and in fact, I'm actually wearing it today. I layered it with Aventus and Elysium, so that's a pretty nice layer for me. I just did one spray or maybe even half a spray just on my shirt. I didn't put too much of it, but I do kind of like layering fragrances together sometime. Typically, Aventus and Elysium is one of my go-to layers, but I just did a spray of this one as well. The citrus works really well along with the ambrox, and it just fits in there really good. It's a great scent. Wore it a ton in 2019. I'm going to wear it a lot this year as well. Probably going to be going with EDP and the very cool spray quite a bit, but the EDT always is going to hold a special place in my heart. It smells fantastic, and it's a great performer as well. Guys, I gotta jump in here real quickly and tell you about our new company, FragranceMatch. What we've developed is a subscription service where each month you get 2 5 ml fragrance samples of your choice delivered directly to you. And what's so crazy about this whole deal is the fact that we're offering this for only $9.99 a month. There's no shipping, there's no fees, $9.99 a month, and you're getting 2 high quality designer fragrances of your choice each month. That deal, that's insane. I don't know how we're doing this. In fact, I don't know why we're doing it this cheap. Go check it out. The first link down below. $9.99 a month for 2 5 ml designer fragrances. Guys, if you haven't signed up yet, seriously, hit that link, go sign up. Thank you guys so much for the support. Let's get back into this video. And speaking of Aventus, up next at number 3, my most worn fragrances of 2019, you guessed it, it's here. It's Aventus. I wore this fragrance a lot in 2019. I really did. And, you know, that's not going to change. I love the scent and I wear it a lot. Really, regardless of what time of the year it is. I mean, it's in winter, and, you know, like I just said a second ago, I wore this fragrance today. I wear it in winter, I wear it in spring, I wear it in summer, I wear it in fall. All the time am I wearing this fragrance, and typically it's going to be one of my most worn fragrances. And the reason why, it's not to hype anything up, it's not to be on any sort of bandwagon. To be honest with you, I don't even include this in my videos that much anymore. In fact, when I was doing my weekly fragrance rotation, I said in like one of my first videos that I wasn't going to include Aventus in any of them because I wear it all the time. It would just get repetitive. So yeah, don't wear this for any other reason other than I personally love the scent. I love how it smells. I love how it performs. It works great on my skin. It just makes me feel good. I love Aventus, and I wore it a lot in 2019. Great scent here. One of my personal favorites, and it's one that's always going to get a lot of wear from me. Number 2, you guessed it, Elysium. So it's kind of funny how this worked out. And in fact, I didn't even intend it to. Sivaji, Aventus, and Elysium all in a row, and that's kind of what I'm wearing today as a layer. But that's kind of what happened here. Elysium at number 2, most worn fragrance of 2019. This one I love. It blew me away when I first smelled it. I'm now up to 4 bottles, I believe. I've got 3 of the Parfum Cologne, 1 of the Extrait. And again, no other reason other than the simple fact that I love the fragrance. My girlfriend loves the fragrance. It's just one of those scents that just works well with me. When you talk about, fragrances that are kind of like, meant to be, or like your grail fragrances, like what are just the fragrances that you would take to the end of the earth, this is one of them. Easily within my top 3, probably in my top 2 as well. It's that good for me personally, is that good. So Elysium, if you haven't tried this one yet, I recommend you try it, whether you want to grab a sample, which you can do so in a lot of places, or if you want to take a chance on blind buying a full bottle, go for it, I would say. I mean, it's that good. And I'm not saying that you should go blind buy a full bottle because it is expensive, so use responsibility and do responsible things with your money. I'm not telling you what to do or what to buy, but I do think it is worth checking out. At number 2, wore this one a ton in 2019. Gonna wear it a lot coming up this year as well. And finally, at number 1, we've got Bulgari Aqua Atlantique. So this one should not be a surprise to you either. Look, we are down to the end of this bottle. It's kind of sad, but we're down to the end. No surprise for you here. Aqua Atlantique, one of my personal favorite fresh aquatic fragrances. I think it's just well done to perfection. I've talked about this fragrance again a ton over the summer. I've worn it a ton over the summer. I just love it. And even if you look, it's one of my most complimented fragrances of all time, which is insane. So Aqua Atlantique is worth trying, in my opinion, is worth purchasing a bottle of, in my opinion. I mean, you can get these for $40-45. It will be linked below along with all the other ones in this list. It's a steal at that price. If you haven't tried it yet, highly recommend you do. It is a fantastic scent, perfect for summertime, but realistically can be worn all year round. Wore this one a ton last year. I mean, I was wearing this a lot. I mean, just a lot. It's number 1 for a reason. Wore it a ton. Bulgari Aqua Atlantique, one of my favorites. So guys, that's going to do it for me. That were my top 10 most worn fragrances of 2019. Again, make sure you let me know down below in the comments which fragrances you personally wore the most in 2019. I really want to hear from you guys, see what you've been wearing the most. That's going to do it for me, guys. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.